Representative Antenori come up, give us a report on what's going on in the legislature.
Most of you are very attuned to what's going on up there. You're probably one of the most informed group of people with regards to the dire straits that our state is in. We are in a tough situation. We have revenues that are continuing to decline. We have a lot of groups up there that do not want to help out our state, that I think, quite frankly, many of them are quite selfish in the fact that they don't even look at some reductions as little as 2 or 3%. They're giving us quite a battle up there. They've gotten very used to drinking quite a lot of money from the public trough over the last 6 years. As you know, we had a significant increase in spending in Arizona. It took us 90 years to get to $6 billion in spending. That's where we were at in 2002. And then from 2002 to 2008, that number jumped to well over $10 billion. And if you add in the gimmicks and rollovers, it was probably closer to $11 billion, which means it almost doubled in 6 years. So a lot of those groups have gotten used to that big bankroll of money that was coming in. It's tough to get them to wean off, but we need some help. This next week, these next 2 weeks, we're going to be looking at getting this budget done so that the voters of this state, when they go to the ballot on May 18th to vote yea or nay on Prop 100, they will know the repercussions of that vote. You will know that if the initiative passes, this is how much reductions in spending are going to occur, and you will know if the initiative fails exactly what the reductions in spending is going to be. So you will know and be informed when you go into the voting booth to make that decision on the state. Come November, we're also going to need your help. There will be several initiatives on the ballot that will help try to right the financial ship of this state that is listing very hard to one side right now. And the voters need to help. We have our hands tied behind our back. 2/3 of the budget is off limits to the legislature. We can't touch it. A lot of that is voter protected, and a lot of people that voted for that don't live in the state of Arizona anymore. And a lot of people that moved to this state never had a say in it before. There was also some deceptive advertising that I think convinced voters to vote for some of those things. One of them was that don't worry about it, it won't cost you a penny, the tobacco settlement money will pay for it all. And it turned out that it pays for about 10%, and then the taxpayers are on the hook for the other 90%. So we need to do some things about voter mandated spending. In times of prosperity, that probably was a good idea, but now that our hands are tied and the state's got to deal with a financial crisis, we need some flexibility to try to get this budget balanced and make sure that we protect the core services for this state. Money is not being diverted to some things that may be nice to have instead of need to have. So we're going to need some help on that, and you'll have a huge say on that as well. You'll also have a say on whether or not you want to participate in any mandated federal health care plan that may come out of Washington. And that will be on the ballot as well. We'll have to say whether Arizona opts out and tells the federal government that we can handle all our own health care decisions. It's a tough year, and it's been a tough year. I got going into this thing, I knew it wasn't going to be easy, and it kept getting worse. When I first got elected, the deficit was rumored to be about $900 million. The day after the election, the report came out, it was 1.2. By the time we actually looked at getting it fixed, it was at 1.5. And that was for the 2009 budget that was already passed by the legislature. And then we went and started looking at the 10 budget, and it was $2 billion in the hole. So our state's in trouble, but we need help from everybody. Everybody's got to chip in. Everybody's got to tighten their belt a little. Everybody's got to have some flexibility. Everybody's got to work together to get us out of this mess. And in the end, the mission is getting the state back to work. We've lost 300,000 jobs, and that's 300,000 less taxpayers, 300,000 less people shopping and generating sales tax. 300,000 people less making their payments on their home. That's less property taxes that's going to schools and essential services in cities and counties. So if we need to get this state going again, the way to do it is to get the economy going. And we have some efforts in the legislature, some legislation to create some economic incentives to hopefully get our state bouncing back from this recession. Because that's the road to prosperity is basically paved with opportunity. We've got to create that opportunity, and that's what I'm looking forward to do. So thanks for your help, and we look forward to your help both now and in November. Thank you very much.